Hello, weary travelers, and welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheela Ornithalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is 3-cheese garlic bread with marinara sauce for dipping, and it looks like Emily is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. Today will be my 12th Final Fantasy XIV stream, and we are solidly into the post-Stormblood patch MSQ. I think we're in like the point 2, or I think you're just starting the point 2 part of that. But you know, it's a new schedule, new week. It is what it is. This used to be my Wednesday thing, but with the changing of the months and seasons, I am now doing Final Fantasy stuff on Fridays instead. So I didn't make it to Shadowbringers before that schedule change had to happen. Boo-hoo. Well, I still managed to fit it into my new schedule as it is, so we can keep going as we were. As always, I will be available for comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as regular old conversation, so don't be afraid to fill the chat with discussion. And I see that we have Moral Compass Gaming here first today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. And let's go ahead and get to some gameplay. And I have just remembered that I was leveling Dark Knight last time I was playing this, so let's switch over to our main class and head back out to Authard. I also picked up Sage over the break, and I am having trouble with that one, let me just tell you that much. It's not that it's more complex than Red Mage, but it is definitely a different kind of complex. Yeah, it's an adjustment, especially since my primary healer, the character that I play, or the class I've played most of the game, is actually White Mage, so big adjustment from that. You know, White Mage is very much, I push button and you get better. And Sage is there's a lot of moving parts to that one. Alright, I still haven't gotten flight here. Dang it. Like, I've gotten pretty good with Red Mage, though, so I have a feeling I'll get there with Sage. I'm just not there yet. So I take it you play Final Fantasy XIV Moral Compass Gaming? What is your first, or at least your favorite job in the game? I'm playing Viper a lot lately. Okay. All is well? Mm-hmm. Good, the others are hiding nearby. Let's proceed. Quietly, if you please. You're a scholar main, but taking a break from healing. Yeah, that's fair. There's been that huge uproar that went on with healing towards the beginning of this new patch, or this new expansion, I should say. I am glad to hear that White Mage actually got a gap closer finally, though. That's amazing. I've been so focused on leveling other jobs that I haven't had the time to play it recently. Crystals in Yanxia are so gorgeous. This is Authard, isn't it? Wrong part of the continent.
My lord here, I am returned.
Ooh, full voice acting.
Save your tears for the morrow, for we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us.
Oh, he's mad.
At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have
Or at least he's
clung to
crying.
ever since.
He's absolutely crying on the other side there.
Go Setsu. Full glad am I to see you alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are. Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
Right, Tsuyu or Yotsuyu. I'm still torn on how to feel about her because,
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
like, the person Yotsuyu as a person was, in my opinion, kind of not. I hate the term unforgivable because it comes with a lot of baggage, but it would have been a massive uphill battle. The fact that she's her mind has been completely broken, however, sort of changes that situation, unfortunately.
As acting viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Guardians will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it'll end with her capture or her death.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless,
The guard on
the
his
people have not forgotten.
Mana is just
Her
enormous.
face
I mean,
yet
I
haunts
can't
their
not look at it
dreams.
now.
She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to.
I'll say the voice actors ate up the idea of somebody
Don't let her take me
who,
away.
like, was a bit reverted to a childish manner. She's doing a good job.
It's all right, Tsuyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl and listen to Yugiri.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel.
Mm-hmm.
If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
These are pretty good at this stage of the game. It really makes me wish they'd sit down and re-record lines for ARR. You know, that is true. Some of the ARR stuff is of questionable quality, although I really wish they had gotten some of the original voiced cast from ARR back, because I feel like it was more the directing than it was the actual actors themselves. And I don't just say that because I have fond feelings for Talis and Jaffe. Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one... Oh, I missed most of that. We have much and more to think upon, but as regards says the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. Would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say. Well, speaking of voice acting, I need to get more on point here. And we're now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there's a place here for those who fled Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects of Reverence Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Oh, okay. There's not another riot. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh, he was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber. Oh, I accidentally clicked. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. We should be glad for the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. And there I was thinking I was in charge, but you have the right of it. Go on then, I will mind the house. Ooh, that capital H on house just sent me all the way back to control. There is no escape from the first house. AR environment, probably more scrambly since they flubbed 1.0. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Okay, let's talk to you. You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him, but I doubt that was it. Or it was that. There were older men in our ranks. No, that sounds like something from his past caught up with him. Not that he was getting old. Captain Jifuya? He was headed to the northern entrance when I saw him. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice when she came asking earlier. Something amiss? Okay, we head in that direction. Come on, heavy little hatchling. Hello? Would like to step over things? Stairs are the worst. When you're half the height of everyone else and the stairs are meant for them, it's not great. Aye, the captain went outside a few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope that they will be all right. Gosetsu too? It seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Lin. Alphino and I shall hold the fort. Okie dokie. Oh, let's get the bigger chocobo out. Yee. From the big baby to the bigger baby.
By the Kami, your Lord Ian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
What?
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wasn't suspicious
You have
before,
your reasons, I'm
but
sure.
now I
Will
certainly
you
am.
not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
Uh-oh.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment.
Okay. Sir,
Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her.
so sex work is real work.
When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty.
And
Behind her
ooh,
eyes there was
I do not like knowing that she was in a
emptiness.
bad situation,
It
though.
was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze.
Yeah, they would. But if she didn't like doing it, that's rape.
The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became.
Yeah, you certainly do, dude.
Joining the front was meant to be my atonement.
And here you are.
But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Then as now.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post.
That's the
I trust you have no
gentlest possible
objections.
thing you could do,
get it.
Gosetsu.
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
Yep, she gets it.
I am in your
Nice
debt.
little tinge of anger there.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Alright. On a happier note, yeah, the big baby thing. Just, I don't know why that's my favorite part of the ASDF, like, oeuvre of movies. But, you know, it always sticks in my head of, oh, look at the little baby. Ooh. Now look at the big baby. Whoa. It's adorable. Less so the treatment that we now know Yotsuyu had to bear. Like, that is, again, sex work is real work, and sex workers are some of the hardest working people in existence because of all of the shit that they have to take from people who don't think they have a valid existence. But when you don't want to do it and you're being forced to do it, that's not cool. That's not work anymore. That's abuse and assault. But also that doesn't justify doing a lot of murder and rampage across your entire country. Complicated characters. They're great, but also I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Chifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I think we can judge this one, my guy. I'm pretty sure we can judge this one, actually. I will only say this. The Chifuya I know has been a man of courage. He should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow. Over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Luminous. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will always end one way, or it will only end one way, so we keep all our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Lynn, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our allies and friends. Friends and allies, the other way around. We would like to be, we would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, yet I believe. Yet there, the words are difficult. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. Have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may yet well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. Also, the symbol back here kind of looks like a candle, and I only just noticed that. As you wish, please stay close to Lin and Yugiri. Well, guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I've seen it all. I mean, he did just spend several months on a desert island, my guy. To Castrum Fluminous, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is, or at least a month. You know, like he got hit hard by this. Okay. Where? Up to the south. East? Slightly? Wait. How far to the southeast are we going? Oh, we're going a ways. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport to Namai then. And we'll walk the rest of the way from there. Also, goodness gracious, I just noticed how, like, laggy my model is being today. I'll get that figured out. I'm probably due for a RAM upgrade at this point. I hate to use that as like my first step of like how to fix things, but like since I'm running a more complicated 3D model now these days, I definitely need to up the computer's power. And as I mentioned before, my eventual goal is to have two separate computers, one to actually run the model at stream, and the other one for the actual games. Because that way I can pinpoint whether it is, where the problem is coming from. Because, like, I know for a fact sometimes when I try to run more detailed 3D games, that is what's actually creating the lag. But sometimes it's OBS being a fool. And I want to make sure that this is not that problem, you know? Oh, there's Yugiri. Oh, and Lord Hien. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Stomp, 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 stomp. I do love how hyper advanced a lot of the Guardian stuff looks right up until you realize that, oh yeah, it's also still just running on helicopter propellers. Whoop, that's not good.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
I mean, I doubt it.
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Dormans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
He's a brave man. He is a brave man.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Like a flying gremlin.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Dorma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, ambassador plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Interesting.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your
Brutus,
skills as a
though?
shinobi
I mean, it's a little on the
are known
nose.
far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Dorma.
I do not trust you, sir. And even if you are being completely honest, I hope you understand why that is not a trustworthy statement.
We have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. I'm hatching words today. Just... Going... Is there teleportation there? No, there is not. Okay. Get out the big baby again. And head in that direction. Hello?
I hate to interrupt your stream, my little flower,
Hey
but
there.
there's a customer issue out front.
Is this just kind of a basic question, or is someone causing problems?
Just the former.
Okay. Just... Okay, cool. I will be... Well, let me get to this place real quick, and then I will take a 5-minute break. Even on my days off, I am a manager. That's how that works. Nope, that's as fast as I go. Okay, cool. We're almost there. Okay, there we go. So, be back in a few minutes, folks. Until then, I guess, stand up, stretch, do all that fun stuff, refresh your drink, have fun. Okay, so are we talking a price issue? Are we talking about somebody having a personal problem? Well, welcome back, everybody. Just turned out to be somebody who was being fussy about how his coffee had been brewed today, as opposed to the way that we always do it, which we always do it the same way. So here we are. Love customer complaints. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation across the ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. It looks like the boatman also has something else for me, too. Yep, there they go. Up. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Hello, Cyrus! Welcome to the stream! No. I would like to... okay, fine. I guess I'll come back. How are you doing today, Osiris? Hope you're doing well. Have I actually been here yet, or no? The answer is no. No, I have not. I have not attuned to any of this. I suppose I should walk around and attune to all of the things. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this style of architecture. Okay. Not too bad. Looking forward to cracking open Advance Wars. Ooh, yes. Yes. I am looking forward to you cracking open Advance Wars 2, because that means we can actually, like, do a short collab and maybe even actually fight some fights with each other. It'd be a lot of fun. Oh, hello, sir. What are you doing? Ooh, precious reclamation. What are you? It doesn't look like there's any teleportation spots up there, so I'm really just going to go get this last one here. That'd be awesome. Yes, I would love to. You let me know when you feel ready to do that. You have now tuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in the Dome and Enclave. The One River is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. But yeah, you let me know when you feel like you're ready, and you have the COs that you want and all that sort of fun stuff, and we will see what we can do. I don't remember, does... we'll have to check. I don't remember if Reboot Camp has collab, or not collab, but like co-op maps, or if it's just like 1v1 stuff. Like if there's 2v2 maps we have access to, that would be perfect. Before I do the main quest, I gotta pick that extra stuff. Ooh, there's gonna be cutscene. Oh my goodness. Oh, Lynn, it's a rare honor indeed to receive heroes such as you. Pray allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kozakura, and I manage the accounts of Shazenkai, of the Shazenkai. Oh, but you must be unfamiliar with our organization. Forgive me. At present, we are largely concerned with facilitating the reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave. Needless to say, we have our work cut out for us. It's quite fortuitous, actually, you being here. I had mind to petition your assistance. Whoa. Slow down. Explain more. You're right, it's rather difficult to converse while staring at one's feet. And you doubtless benefit from an explanation. Yeah. As you know, the Enclave was once the economic and cultural center of Doma. Alas, it suffered terrible devastation at the hands of the Empire both during and following the failed rebellion of yesteryear. That it and other ruins might still stand as testament to the folly of resistance, extensive reconstruction was forbidden by the Imperial Viceroy. Of course, that is no longer a concern. Long last, we are free to rebuild the Enclave, and to restore the heart of our once great nation, and show the world that Doma lives on. But as I said before, we have our work cut out for us. We have limited funds and material resources, not to mention a lack of skilled craftsmen. Which brings me back to the matter I wish to discuss with you, that of our brothers and sisters in Eorzea, the refugees that settled in Revenant's Toll. I am given to understand that they have worked closely with the local leadership to build and maintain much of the settlement. Many knew trades before they left, and those that did not doubtless learned that they might earn their keep. Oh, they might learn that they might earn their keep. Okay. If they were to return home and aid us in the reconstruction effort, it would be a tremendous boon. Would you be willing to ask them on our behalf? Yes, of course. You can count on me. Ah, Lin. Taking an interest in Shazenkai? Oh, sorry, Lord Kian. I was on my way to you. I'm sure. I'm serious. Well, this seems like as good a time as any to discuss the matter. I'm grateful beyond measure to you and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn for welcoming Yugiri and my people in their hour of need. As the beneficiaries of this kindness, they have made every effort to repay you and the people of Revenant's Toll. Nevertheless, we here bear a responsibility as well. Kozakura, if you would be so kind. Yes, my lord. Hands me a thing. We will send them a considerable gift as a gesture of gratitude and goodwill. However, I would like that missive to be delivered to the Adventurers Guild representative in advance. Okay. If you were to personally hand it to the man, I would be honored. Sounds good. Excellent. I knew I could count on you, my friend. Pardon my interruption, Kozakura. I look forward to seeing your progress. Oh dear, I hope you don't disappoint him. Anyway, I will not keep you. I'll not keep you anyway. Thank you again for your assistance, and safe travels. Neat. Okay. Now for the actual reason I came over here originally. Let's go and talk to this vendor. And mend all of the stuff that I'm currently not wearing, but was the last time I went dungeoneering. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this sort of kind of, open air architecture with short but meaningful walls between areas. It's always so neat to me because, like, regular fences never quite do it for me, you know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, my model is chugging today. Holy moly. There's gotta be an update or something that I need to run. But yeah, like, it's that idea of, like, oh yes, okay, oh goodness gracious. My entire computer is chugging today. Having these sorts of open windows still feels friendly and like saying, oh yeah, we are in here and we're not trying to shut everybody out. But having a solid wall instead of just a slatted wooden fence feels like a more definitive, okay, this is my space sort of thing. I love that. Plus the fact that these are actually like artistically done walls with like kind of this sort of swooping top to them. It's just absolutely gorgeous, Much better than like, okay, here's square bricks. Square bricks are great. They're nice, solid structures, but I have some style, Also, hell yeah, I have to see now how my strategy approach has changed from high school. Well, yeah, that's fair. That is 100% fair. I know mine has definitely evolved. There you are, Lynn. So, first things first. What do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in this time. We even have an Aetheryte now, courtesy of Onishishu. Of the Onishishu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. See, that's what I'm never completely clear on whether other people can use the Aetheryte or not. But onto the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of negotiations. I want you to be there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alice are there as well. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. I am a 3-foot tall potato. Say you will come. I mean, yeah, of course. I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Khan. The guardsmen will see you in. Alright, we've done all of that. Let's head to another cutscene. Hello, Hakuro. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes, please.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
I also know that the visitors are the ones that are on the carpet, and
Since the days of
we are not.
Empress, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
I mean, that one, at the very least, we can agree upon.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Definitely agree that the icons are a
Doma has
problem.
never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation.
That is also true.
When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there is somebody in another room nearby using something very powerful to do some cleaning.
Indeed. Many
Or something more
summonings are the
fun, but
result
I'm
of
betting it's
persecution,
probably cleaning.
the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs.
Mm-hmm.
If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
Mm-hmm.
My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor...
I mean, that's a good
has
thing
seen
if that's
fit
not
to
coming
lend
through,
us an ear.
because that was fairly loud.
Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform.
Would you call it the
A
Garlemald?
collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
Mm-hmm.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
Yeah, I bet you do.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain...
Yeah, exactly. Filters
the
doing their
Empire
job.
itself is not of one mind. How can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
There it is.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Mm-hmm.
Yotsuya? What makes you think we have her?
Yep.
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
Uh-huh.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Okay, fair. That is fair from Lord Kian.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests.
What a delightful way of
You
saying
did it.
prisoners.
I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Oh, I love the folding screen behind him. Like, we didn't get a very good actual look at it during that cutscene. All just like a lot of small parts. Well, that was unexpected. Only the most gilded of cages for you. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, the prisoner exchange does seem like a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu still has left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, Though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she much as a bargaining piece. Nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. There we go. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. But have your thoughts on this matter. Hello, Reku. I will back to that in a moment. My knowledge is at your proposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. The Garlean commander who acknowledges their role in perpetuating the cycle of violence and its use as a bad faith justification for colonialist expansion. Who knew? Yeah, exactly. Also, welcome, Rekujira. Indeed, though it seems to me that we have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. I do see another problem with this that I'll come back to later. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on then, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Oh, that was the sound of their door. Okay. Someone is still sore about being made to watch Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. Lurking while working. I know that feeling. Like, that is basically what I have to do with every stream I watch these days, unfortunately. I try to say hi when I'm there, though. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, just the fact that so many of people that the Garleans took from this area were recruited into their army may have affected their loyalties, and I would be very suspicious about that. Which feels unfair because, like, hey, that means we're being suspicious of our own people, but also the Garleans have shown very, very powerful strengths in terms of, like, brainwashing and propaganda. So, I feel like that's kind of justified. Also, I just realized that my entire action bar on this is filled. Okay, I don't have that one. I'm mostly just trying to make sure that I actually have all of the useful abilities on my bar. Oh, huh. Okay, I guess I do. Oh. Sorry there, Osiris. Thank you for the tip. Chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Lynn. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle. And the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the internal question. What do we do while they prattle on? Let's take a look. I have plenty of healer. You're beginning to suspect the tip toss is rigged. Better check a few dozen more times. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the only way to know for sure. Alright, I've been training tank stuff a lot lately, so getting some tank food wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to see how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here, or will be. Then, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri, and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Lynn? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that they are an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's violent icon. Hello, Toxan! How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Now if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. Today's a day off, so you're doing okay. MSQ is going well. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? I mean, unless I stab him in the knees. However, keeping an eye on him is a little bit easier this way. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion to Yanxia. Might we start at the town of Monson? I would like to see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. But yeah, MSQ is going well. I am enjoying this wrap-up, although I will say I'm extremely excited to actually make it to the next expansion. Let's just go ahead and teleport there, just for the sake of the thing. Alright, I think, like, I smelled something funny, and now the dog is walking by. So, I'm sure that she's having a day. There is no exit here, because I can't fly. I really should see about finding the last of this area's ether currents, because it would be very useful to be able to fly right now. Shoo, Rainbow Tiger. I do not want any trouble. Go that ways. I gotta get through here. Up. Oh, boo, there's no door here? Nay, can this truly be Manzan, home of the Cream of Doma Samurai? We'd heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. Well, the sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support from the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's not what I wanted. Come on. There we go. It is a travesty. A travesty! I remembered the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will be rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people rebuild their lives, of course. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. And why not? Let's go over to this. Got our third mount of the day. Oh, boo, I can't jump there. Music here is so calming. Just peaceful music. There we go. Ready to cast off? Ooh, okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Ooh.
Someone's in trouble.
Kojin of the Red.
Are you all right?
Hi.
I love that the little sound effect happens even in cutscenes.
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Let's do this.
Away with you!
Hello, I would like to cast again, please. Thank you.
Leave this to me.
Here we go. Rude.
The art of my forebears.
Ooh, you can tell I've been playing way too much of other classes recently, though. I am not up on my rotations. No, I'm just gonna eat this one. Sure. Here we go. I think that's everybody? Yep. So, Toxan, is today a normal day off for you, or is this a like a special, like you're getting a day off for like a storm or something?
That seems to be the last of them.
Is it today's a normal day off for you? Maybe you want to come and help me do some dungeons at some point.
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Well, I'm glad we were in the right place at the right time, at least.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation.
Mom, can you help me get a snack off the high shelf?
Sweetie, aren't you taller than me at this point?
Yeah, but you have that grabby spell that I don't.
Oh, okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna finish up this cutscene and I'll be right with you.
Sworn allegiance.
Must you
You really
always
have to
be so
tell the teacher
pointed?
that spell. It's a basic one.
If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances.
Mm-hmm.
You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
I don't disagree with you, but we have reasonable reasons to have trust issues.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Yes, but Ishgard is still changing, and that's kind of an important part of this entire thing. Ishgard's people were not bad. It was just their command structure, their government, that was rotten. And while I don't know enough about the Garlean people right now to say that all of them are bad, ooh, the way the government acts is awful. So anyway, yep, we're going to go ahead and take another 5-minute break. I will be back very soon. Talk to you soon. Alright, which snack do you want? very strong snacking choice was made, and I also now have peanut butter cups. Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceful conditions. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And a few Imperial soldiers can say that. Well, a few living ones, anyway. At least, yep, oh, at least a few who live to tell the tale. He knows what it's about. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it is time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. Well, to be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished and considered my proposal by the time we return. Peanut butter and chocolate. I know I'm not supposed to have chocolate, but thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin might well have overwhelmed us. Okay, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without. Keep watch over our guest. You best not keep him waiting. Welcome back, my friend. Yuri tells me that you have accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yanxia. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords you a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin, here. There have been other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yanxia, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible that he truly believes what he is saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I don't know enough about him to make a judgment, to be honest. He confounds you too, I see. And for that reason alone, we would be fools to underestimate him. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Well, forswearing summoning would be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphinaud's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends of the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunchin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident that we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon Susanoo. Which, the Susanoo fight is a lot of fun. One of the prisoners. They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? What manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie?
I mean, that is where the kind of hinge of this
With the soldiers
is.
who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so?
Both. Both is the answer there.
With both, I would say.
Thank you, Gosetsu.
For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
Don't disagree,
you ask
but...
that I show mercy.
Oh, this is a rough one to swallow.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami?
You will need to be told one day what she did.
If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Did Gorsetsu not seem strange to you?
He did.
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean.
It's hard to tell with whether
I
he
know
was
his
just
powers
changed
of
or not.
endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade.
Mm-hmm.
Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Let the little hop, skip steps get up to speed. Well animated. Ooh. Hang on. I wanna fix something real quick. Okay, so we're definitely going for the samurai set, which is, I think, striking. Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah, samurai should be striking, right? With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize all the other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Yep, that's the plan. Oh, I'm out of water in my main cup. At least almost. Oops. As long as I don't spill it on myself. I'm very out of water now.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Mm-hmm.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life. Not even her name.
Yeah.
Clarify,
Okay, well, I mean,
she is in our
I was
care
hydrating, but
not
okay.
As a prisoner, but as a
So I'll hydrate
vulnerable
more.
citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
Thank you, Osiris.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Yes, actually.
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Welcome back. Had a good grocery list together. Oh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
I don't know if you heard me earlier then, but Fridays are a day off that you consistently have. Maybe at some point we could get together and do some dungeoneering. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine that it would be so joyless. Part of me so hoped that your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Unfortunately, this is the last scheduled day off. Corporate bullshit I don't want to clog the chat with. Aww. Aww, I'm so sorry, Toxan. No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yanxia. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter, however. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. What? Hey, I'm going to come back to that in a moment. The Blight of the Red Kojin is the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Till we meet again. Okay, I've been watching a TV show called The Prisoner from like the 1960s recently, and it is absolutely going to add a verbal tick to me. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I'll explain that in a minute. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. So, okay, part of the whole thing with the prisoner is that our main character is being kept in a place called the Village, where, you know, he's surrounded by people who may or may not be working for this mysterious organization that runs the village and are trying to extract secret information he may or may not have from him. He's supposed to be like a resigned secret agent of some sort, but like one of the ways that you can kind of tell who is working for them versus who might just be somebody else who's trapped here in the village is they say be seeing you as a form of goodbye and do a sort of salute where they do a circular sign over their eye that's meant to pass off as just kind of a regular like, oh, you know, kind of salute to the head. I don't have hand tracking, so I can't just do the thing. But yeah, that is absolutely going to work its way into my jargon at some point, I'm sure, if I keep watching this. But yeah, how dare we have the gall to actually like use our sick leave for being sick, right? That's awful. I wish you all the luck in settling things down with them, hopefully. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit.
That was a bit tilted, sir.
To our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Really hoping this isn't building up to like a poisoning or a bombing or something like that. Like, I would like it if this was actually like first steps to something really good. That's a giant load of bullshit. Yeah, exactly, Osiris.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Excuse me? See, this is what I was afraid of. Here we are.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors!
Mm-hmm.
Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
I mean, you were saved by Hitler. What's your point, my dude? Like, this doesn't make you the good guy here.
Cut him down!
Look at this edgelord. Exactly. Yeah, that should not have been, like, assigned to you of, oh, I've made the correct choice. That should have been the side of horror. Like, oh, one person cut all of these people down and didn't even bother to, acknowledge me. He didn't even save you. He was just cutting them down because they were in his way. And because he wanted their pretty sword.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising.
Mm-hmm.
Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
How do you not know who that is, Asahi?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
Yeah.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it
So there's something else going on with this guy, right? Like, I appreciate this may be a thing where he's showing off who he is. But,
lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
I could also see this being a thing where he's being possessed. No, surely not. Nothing going on here. Yeah.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
He's very traumatized. I mean, yes. I feel like everyone in this entire fucking planet is traumatized.
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart. Until the day we meet again.
He's just a Target suit, a Superstar exclusive with that outfit. Yep. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Now that you've said it. Oh, yeah. No, like Roxanne, I think I've talked to you before about certain companies within Osiris's industry, and whew, there's a reason why our union is so international, because we deal with some bullshit. Whew. And those jobs that aren't unionized, ooh, they're not as well regulated, shall we say.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
It has to be something weird going on, because none of them noticed that entire exchange. They were 5 feet away, and I know that, like, that's a thing. Like, you can have, like, an aside. You can be in sotto voce.
Memories to witness.
But the fact that, like, he was all, like, down there acting weird about it.
Disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
Hate it when we're in that kind of position.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up pretense so long, only to drop it right before the end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garleans prisoners will be made ready for the exchange. If you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be better for us to remain in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone, I should say. To Kugane, then. Tataru and the others must know what has transpired here. Oof. And we head over to Kugane. Nyum. Oh, I'm gonna need to get some caffeine the next time I go on break. Oh, thank you for the posture check. Yeah. Okay. No shrimp mode. Yes, I would like to enter the offices. By the way, Tataru is absolutely adorable in this outfit. Just look at her. My, it seems they are all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that. I wish to apologize to Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing on my personal funds. It's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, then should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Lin. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Oh, Endwalker is, or not Endwalker, Shadowbringers is all about Garlemald, isn't it? Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment, but if there's even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice do we have but to try? Lord Hien has the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game, for now. Yeah, we'll go striking. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. And here I thought we were going to try and make actual, honest progress.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
I don't know if it's scarier being a magical object or just a mundane object. Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital... Oh, hello?
Someone's flirting with Dad again.
Like flirting.
Well, he sent me to get you.
Oh, Lord. Okay, as soon as this is over, I need to go defend my husband's honor. I'm sure he can hold for a few minutes, but still. Xenos, you bastard, how are you alive? Okay, so we'll be right back. I'm gonna go make sure that somebody's not trying to, like, grab him or something. Everybody refresh your drinks, all that sort of stuff. Alright. What is it today? start back. Yeah, V was turning kind of like beet red. I think Sally figured out that he, like, it has a visible effect on him when she flirts genuinely, and like I love that about him too. I love to tease him, but fine, you know. But anyway, it looks like we are actually about to start the 4.3 patch quest sequence, so we're almost certainly not going to finish it this time, but we are making good progress. Ah, then, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yanxia. It would seem to be that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it should be wise, or would be wise, to assess her condition one last time. If Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight ways for the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I like their decorations back here. These are all gorgeous. I trust you'll cope in our absence, Taryn? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. I should also actually use the thing. Doot. And let's go over here. Switch over to Samurai. And let's see. Yep. That's what I thought. Ooh, that's a pretty spiffy look. Not gonna lie. That little conqueror. Nice. Go ahead and upgrade that. Reassign gear. Yes, please. And then back over to Red Mage. That's what I'm better at. Samurai is fun, but it's also still a learning process for me. Okay, I have to wonder, would it eventually damage like the roof over time, or like a carpet or something, if you just keep teleporting in the same spot? But is there like a teleportation, like ether stain that can happen by accident? Or even worse, is it like kind of a 0-1 situation where you summon somebody, they actually like their energy physically comes down through the roof, so it kind of like gets broken and destroyed over time? These are questions that occur to me. I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather worse for wear. And despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Good gods, is he all right? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly. Which was all very well when you weren't here. However, now that you are, I think it high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Lin, Alice, shall we? Okay, are they setting up a possible poisoning plotline? Because, ooh, that would feel bad.
Open wide now.
I mean, these two are adorable, but okay.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Uh-huh.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
I don't know why people say that. Gruel is actually really delicious.
Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine.
Like, if it's just basic gruel, yeah, I can get that. But, like, add a little bit of butter in there, maybe some, like, cinnamon sugar, things like that. Oh, amazing. Okay.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
Osetsu, you're being manly, and that's not a good look.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Yeah, cream of wheat, exactly. Like, honestly, look up what gruel actually is. It basically is just like cream of wheat or grits or, you know, oatmeal, that sort of thing. It's not bad.
Perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
But again, it's quote unquote poor people food, so like, oh, it must be awful. Nah. Have you had the kind of food that people make?
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
Oh my.
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Yeah, okay, the game did that on its own. Thank you very much.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Mm-hmm.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Yeah, about that. Barbecue started as slave food and it would argue the poorest of poor people. Yeah, no kidding. Like, most good food started off as poor people food because, like, you gotta make do with what you've got. And, like, when eating is basically your only time of rest, you want to enjoy it, you know? They make a convincing pair, do they not? At first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandfather. Indeed, had someone not told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I'm sorry, now I have barbecue in mind. I'm relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. Necessity is the mother of invention. Exactly. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land. He will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yugiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince, so what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. Child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one more time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she is good as fasten the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude the business with Tsuyu first. Out of the sight of my countrymen, will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Okay, so back to your teleport comment. Now you're imagining different merchants selling their own brand of teleportation spell. My teleport has my very own patented carbon restoration element. Only 10 more gil than the leading caster. Yes. Or like, oh, my teleportation spell launders your clothes during transit. You know, that sort of a thing. Or like, you get the in-flight entertainment. You arrive having like been blasted with a movie and having the memory of seeing the entire thing in one go, sort of a thing. You know. And then, of course, there's all the cosmetic effects that you could, like, oh, you show up in a puff of smoke, or like, ooh, you have like, fire that comes up, but it's not real damaging. It's all that, or butterflies show off, like that sort of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of room in this market, is what I'm getting at. Now, okay, again, I want to point out that when the Lalafell is just regularly running, that's how they run. Not the big stompy steps of trying to keep up with taller people. And I think that's really cool that there is, like, a difference between the two, you know? Shall we wait here, then? Lord Hien should not be long. Thinking about it, teleportation cosmetics is a weirdly untouched long station opportunity. It really is. I'm betting there's a spaghetti code reason for it, though. Honestly. Honestly. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She's nowhere to be found. What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? Fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... Yes? Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember her taking her hand to help her in the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. It would seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Okay, what options do we have? Scouting, aiming, healing, casting. Let's go for the casting. I may or may not already have this one, come to think of it. Ooh, dang it. I think I might actually. I think that might be what I'm wearing right now. Yep. Yep, I just did that to myself. Oh well. I picked the wrong thing. Roxanne, do you know if there's a way I can exchange that? Because otherwise I feel really stupid. Yeah, I should have picked the healing one. Oh, I picked the wrong coffer for like the armor, and I picked one that I already had. Like I already have the full set of the casting for this, and I did not realize it until I selected it at the end of the quest. It seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. We must find her before this happens. Responsibility for her disappearance for all of this lies with me, but I could ask for your aid, or I would ask for your aid nonetheless. Unfortunately, no, but this stuff is usually craftable, so it should be on the market board. Oh yeah. It's the stuff that you can get from the Sundries merchant. So like it's not the end of the world. I could just buy it with tomestones, but still. Oops, that's on me. That's expensive. That's going to be an expensive mistake. We are at your service, Lord Kian. Now, as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know that what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. Boo. Especially since it's given to you as basically a token, it would be really good for them to actually add that. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we'd best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphino, have you take the road to Castrum Fluminus? Lynn, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. And if everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Heading this direction, okay. Oh, I'm very much looking forward to the upcoming summer event, by the way. Where did the entrance go? Am I being silly? Excuse me? Am I on the wrong side of the thing? But yeah, the new emote looks absolutely adorable. I'm on the wrong side of the thing. The entrance is over here. Welcome to the Yuzuka Manor. Yes. If there is something you care to know, you need only... Pale-skinned woman? I've seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have an abundance. Yeah, I can see that, buddy. Sir, are you alright? Do you need water? Usually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on my way back from my fishing trip. She has just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction, for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. I like the Namazu in theory, and they've certainly grown on me, but our first exposure to them in the story is definitely not... I'm going to use the word friendly, but that's not the word I'm looking for here. Oh, she went that way, okay. complimentary. It's not a very complimentary introduction to them. The one little guy who is just all about stealing information and or reporting us to the Guardians, you know? Yeah, it's the one who tries to scam you. Yeah, scamp is a word. Scamp is a word for it. You see no sign of Yutsu at the north. Perhaps she is somewhere further northeast? Okay, well, we continue searching. A lovable goofball, trading resistance information and bargaining in secrets. Just little guy things. I mean, listen, I'm no stranger to being an informant or selling information in exchange for safety. However, there's a polite way to do that, and he definitely did not. One does not double cross, you know what I mean? Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet further to the northeast. Let's just continue up the pathway. There's the background music. On like the morning dew is the name of this quest. But joke's on them, I have Mountain Dew beside me. Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Thank you, Osiris, thank you. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Beetle time! Time for Big Bad Beetleborgs. Captain Comic Geek's favorite series. I can tease him with that like Captain Hurricane teases Mara with VR Troopers. Lynn, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion for you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone on to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare in Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai? By the kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the patties. The village square is yours. Well, I figured this would be another situation where I had to go around and talk to people. But this is going to get out of hand quickly, isn't it? I'd love to hear a conversation between Hien and Urianger as they try to decipher each other's fanciful speech patterns.
wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Oh, Tsuyu. Oh.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
Oh.
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Nobody think to give her a haircut at the very least? Something to differentiate who she was before between who she is now?
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
Oh, and there are the memories.
What did I... What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
This is gonna be a backflip, verbally speaking.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Yeah, it really has been a great expansion.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
You know, it just occurred to me that I may never have had a persimmon, actually. Like, I know about them. I know they exist, but I don't think I've ever actually had a persimmon. Not that that was actually the entire point of that cutscene, I'll be honest. That was all about forgiveness and understanding that people can change in, you know, better and worse ways. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed. And judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. There is no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. They say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the light taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken a long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alice what should still be there, conducting their search. I wouldn't say that she's completely without memory. She remembers what she did to people, at least in a couple of circumstances, but not why, which... oof. That's rough. Okay. It's big baby. No, thank you. I do not want to be part of this fate. Oh. Seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It is time to meet with the ambassador. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, I don't like that implication at all.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Yeah, big mood. Mm-hmm.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the people.
Yep.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
No. And you're a monster for even suggesting that it should.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
I'm not... Sorry, I just realized how, like, I have not been very animated this episode because I've been spending most of it very much, like, reading and just watching.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
This is a lot for her. Buddy, you are
needn't glare
cruel.
at me so, Lord Heian. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
You're just cruel, sir.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Yeah, something's off. And I don't like the looks of those boxes. At least they didn't turn out to be coffins like I feared at first. But, ugh. Knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's fate to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu's precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. Oh, hello?
I hate to interrupt your stream, my little flower.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a customer issue out front?
Small complaint or major complaint?
Just the former.
Right, good. Well, at least we have a day of small complaints today. So, let's take a 5-minute break or so. I may also spend some time dealing with a bit of a rumbly-tumbly. So we may be an extra couple of minutes on this one, but here's hoping it won't come to that. We'll be back soon.
The St. Louis Blues.
Alrighty, thank you very much for your patience, folks. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
Yeah, no kidding.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
to you? She's gone.
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, no, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Well, we're here already. May as well. Okay, let's do a stretch.
Help!
Good stretch. Good stretch. Thank you very much for the stretch redeem, Osiris.
Help! Help me!
What were these two doing here?
If only I hadn't remembered.
Oh, I see.
He should hate me.
Oh, I see.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Why are you here?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery. You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
You deserve much worse, lady.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
Unhappy predicament, he says.
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right boy. Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
My beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
Hello, Zionic. Oh, did that coin toss actually work? Did that go?
Very well.
Seriously, I need to add a sound
If I
effect to that.
cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it.
Excellent. Okay, good. Okay, again, my feelings about her aside, she is fully justified in what she's about to do.
Steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And it begins with you! Yotsuyu!
What?
For context, if you aren't aware, he sold her into prostitution at a place who did not care for her rights. Now again, sex work is real work. I mean, like, I would not be a madam if I did not believe that. However, forcing someone into it who does not want to be in it is rape. That is sexual violence. And so, yeah, he got what he deserved just then.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
And then there's this little shit, who has been a little shit since he was a kid.
Dearest, what a surprise.
Like, again, I have very little sympathy for Yotsuyu because of the action she took.
You always were a cold-blooded little worm.
But this is the place that I do.
I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me?
Yes, motherfucker.
To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
This guy's a piece of shit.
But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance.
Please bury the knife in his throat. Do it. It's just a meat right there. He's unarmored.
Please. I don't want to die.
Dude, no. You brought this on yourself. Quite frankly, extend your suffering. Fuck off.
Any sign of her?
No, Ian. Well, I mean, yes. There were signs.
I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother?
You sure did.
Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives.
Oh, he did not value them.
But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
I have a feeling we're gonna go for a she truly is resentful, but she's playing the part of what she was once thing here, because she was genuinely crying about Gosetsu treating her so well. We've recovered Nayura's remains. We'll hold a cremation anon. We will never again. But that they had never again set foot in Doma. Broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Oh, he is absolutely going to disappear. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is by any measure a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender her into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. That is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, we would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution, if the main structure of the Castrum Fluminus isn't to be the stage of the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain that we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience with Imperial facilities, and should matters make a turn for the worst, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, well, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and would leave us far less vulnerable on the water, assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. I won't be alone, will I, Lynn? You can count on me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parleying with pirates again. It's a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the rumor of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. I would ask, if we would ask their aid once more, we must treat them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord, please forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I will take to our task. I love her gauntlets. And we should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short, and Rasho may take some convincing. Oh no, Koro. So I don't know why that popped into my mind. Other than, just, it's a bad joke, Okay, let's see about that. Okay, yeah, we can just teleport straight there. Excellent. Now there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble Lord of Doma to the company of Bilgerats such as we? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. And the posture check. What kind subjects you would make? With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. I actually really needed that posture check. I was really starting to slouch there. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Explain, explain, explain. Explain, 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 explain. Explain, 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 explain. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at our master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. We pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mr. Salise. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted in the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in new need of recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garleans' hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubt doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, well, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. We each inspect a third of the ship. It shall be done in a trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. Words. And I thought I had an knack for parlaying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Well, well, I thought the rumors were exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Oh, I went down the wrong side. Wait, do I have flight here? No, of course I don't. Wait, no. Wait, where is the... Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay. Really gonna make me take the long way around, huh? Well, no luck. Sorry about that. If not, I can do it manually. Okay. Let's see, that's what I thought. I didn't feel anything going there. Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, hey. Neither current. I swear, if this is the last one that I needed.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind.
Yep.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Okay. Alright. Yep. Nope. It's done. I cannot believe that was the... Yay, I can fly. There the whole bloody time. Yes. How many times did I pass that? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, was it... Okay, but was it supposed to... Okay, this makes it worth it. Just the... Oh, he's such a good jet ski. Oh my goodness, and we can do a smooth transition now as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. I don't know why that amuses me so much. Oh, no signs of apparent damage. On closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. Oh, that tickled me so much. The lad just went... Exactly. I'm the shipwright, or, well, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? Section I inspected seems solid enough. Explaining. Port side, near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in the gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I was happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Hien. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Kami, have mercy. Give us this discourtesy, my lord. 'Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you're joined. How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack on the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see that they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with you in homeland. Is that oath so easy to put aside? If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yanxia or out on the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. The matter is settled. We'll make preparations to cast off. Seriously, I have to add those sound effects. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Yeah, well, I mean, you're tossing them. Oh, it's okay. Not here. I mean, clearly. Come on. Come on. There we go. I mean, to be fair, I'm all the way down here, and you're all the way up there. You know? Seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We've scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend to the exchange and pray to the Kami these precautions were unnecessary. We'll go with Vitalis. The primary agreement. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. You will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they wait us on the river. Okay, it'd be better to go back to the docks and walk from there than teleport. Yes, please. Nope, but I still don't have flying here. Okay, that's fine. I'll get that taken care of off stream. God, it's gonna be something, it's gonna be another one that's in a really stupid place that I've passed a million times, isn't it? Oh, well. There's no shoreline there. Yee! Your party is assembled then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange, that and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. I do still have the compass, I just don't have it on my bar right now. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you to safely home. Then all shall stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. I just also always forget that the compass exists, if I'm being completely honest. Ooh, we got that nice little synth.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Yeah, filled with poison, or filled with bodies, or, you know.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Oh, hello?
Hey, Mom! I'm having trouble with that dance move you showed me earlier.
Alright, run through it for me, little one.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi,
down
widow of
Okay, give me a few minutes to wrap up. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you soon, okay?
You and your people are mine to govern.
She's doing a really great job.
Mine to punish.
Yotsuyu, less so.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
That's nice. I killed him.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high
above you, I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Is she about to pull the reverse of that one lady from Avatar? Yep. Yep, she's gonna become the moon.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Well, so much for the Garleans not enjoying summoning. Exactly, Toxan. Exactly. Uh-oh. Okay, given some of the spoilers that I know, that must have been a real weird moment for some people. I mean, absolutely fabulous fit, lady. But, also, a little bit of foreshadowing there, if you know what to look for.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Can I just kill him? He's right there. Like, he's right there.
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
Like, no matter how you play that off, you're the ones who caused this.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run? Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I like her split.
You would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I have become Skuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail.
That's unfortunate for you.
Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Norma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Compliminus is now accessible. Okay, folks. Well, that is where we're going to pick up next time. So let's go ahead and head on back to the, what? Hang on, is it a trial? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. Let's see what the wait time on it is. I might. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's have to do. Yeah, let's start with that next time. Einkorn. Yeah, we'll start with that next time. So back to the just chatting screen for now. Okay, well, we are making some solid progress through the post-patch stuff, and I think like once we do a couple more quests, we'll actually be in pre-patch for Shadowbringers. So that's exciting. We're almost there, folks. We are almost there. Thank you very much for stopping by, Weary Travelers. I've enjoyed talking to every one of you today, and I'm so happy that you were able to join me on this journey. We will be back tomorrow, which is going to be August 3rd, for our first Saturday of the month stream. That's going to be Wargroove 2. As a reminder, all Final Fantasy stuff is now being moved to Fridays, and I'm going to try streaming every Saturday and see how that works out for me. Oh, thank you very much for the tip. If I can keep it up without like stressing myself out too much, great. If not, we'll revisit that schedule, you know? But until tomorrow at noon, I will, just be around here in the good old Come and Go Tavern. And basically for future streams, you can and information about the tavern itself, as well as me, Final Fantasy Fridays. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Great stuff. Thank you very much, Osiris. I'm stealing that. But anyway, keep an eye on our Twitter and Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I have been your hostess, Sheela Ornthalis, and if you want to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid. So let's go ahead and see who is online. Who do we know? Let's see. Oh, hey, Barry is also playing Final Fantasy. Okay, let's go raid her. I'll get that set up, and we will set out. Alright, I will see you next time, folks. Ta-ta, bye-bye now, bye, 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 mwah, bye, bye.